There can be but better ways from yesterday's to me. Somewhere there are better ways, the better ways to be. Hell yeah!
Grungy Basement. As you can see, we have some guests here. King's X are going to be dropped by. Can we pan to them for a second? Here you guys go. Say hello. And we're going to do an interview in well, the next segment coming up. We're going to play a couple of videos for you guys first, and also later on in the show we have some news about Metallica, if you haven't heard already, over the weekend. Right now we've got some Voivod, Astronomy Domini, and the brand new Anthrax. It's called High Pro Glow. Check it out, guys. Our 30, and now we have an interview with the highly acclaimed band, King's X. Welcome, guys. This is Doug. How you doing?
Hi.
Ty and Jerry, thanks for dropping by on the show today. You guys are in town. Oh, you're very welcome. You're in town playing a show tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
And you have a new album. Well, fairly new anyhow. It's called
Pretty new.
Dogman, January '94. So that's pretty fresh. And you have a great video too for it that we've been playing. I think you guys have seen it already. So now you guys have been together almost 14 years, right? But correct. You put out your first album in '88, and that year, a British magazine called Kerrang, in case you guys don't know, said it was the best album of the year. And right away, it was like, took off. You have a real huge following, and also a manic following amongst musicians. Yeah. How does that make you feel? I mean, you must be flattered by it. Why do you think that has happened? That's why so many musicians love you to death.
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure that one out every day, I think.
Yeah.
It's a baffling thing, but it's very much an honor.
Because so many of the musicians that drop by our show, that guest host, ask to see your videos.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
It's very flattering to us. I mean, I think it keeps us going, kind of. You know, at least somebody likes us.
Well, you also have a following with your fans, of course.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, obviously it's about the music, and people always call you guys original, and I think that's, in this business, the most highly regarded comment that you could give a band.
Yeah.
But still, at the same time, you must have something that shaped you. What are some of the things that, you know, what are your backgrounds? What were you listening to?
I listen to everything, from show tunes to I don't listen to country or classical, but anything else, from Barbra Streisand to B.B. King, you know, Sly and the Family Stone, things like that.
You have 4,000 CDs in your collection, I hear?
Almost. Who told you that?
Oh, just a little birdie.
I have almost 4,000 CDs, yeah. I love music. It's what I do on my time off.
Well, that's great. What about you, Ty and Jerry?
We all come from such different backgrounds altogether as far as culturally and everything that I grew up listening to Beatles and a lot of early 70s stuff, like original early Aerosmith and David Bowie, Alice Cooper, the original band, and stuff like that.
What was that? Bluegrass.
Oh, yeah, and I grew up playing bluegrass music, which was really another weird twist in there.
That's a big part of your guitar playing.
That's true, I must admit. And so I grew up in Mississippi. Doug grew up in the Chicago area. You grew up where, Jerry?
I grew up in New Jersey, Ty.
In New Jersey.
And it took us about 6 or 7 years to learn how to talk to each other because of where we were all coming from.
Yeah.
Different words meant different things. It took us years to realize we were saying the same thing to each other.
Yeah, it's true.
Now, Jerry, you just had a new baby, right?
Yeah, there's a new baby running around.
A new baby?
Yeah.
And you have an 8 or 9-year-old son?
I have a 2-year-old also, a 10-year-old, and a 15-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, so which
How
one?
do you know all this stuff? Oh, a little bird.
Well, you know, just a little research, really. We have a huge file on you guys. The FBI's got nothing on you compared to us.
I actually got my oldest son out with me right now, the 15-year-old.
Oh, great.
He's having a great time.
Great. So how do you guys deal with being, like, another thing you have a reputation for is being sort of very down-to-earth guys. How do you deal with being celebrities? How does that affect your personal lives? How do you stay grounded?
Well, I have a lot of friends, personally, who just aren't really impressed by what I do. So when I go home, it's Doug's home, and we hang out, and they don't want to hear about King's X, and it really helps me to just be human. And true, it's just, you know, we want to be human. We want to be normal. We don't want to be the rock stars, because I have a strong distaste for that sort of person, the rock star guy that walks around thinking he's the hot shot, you know. I think we're all the same. We're all in the same boat. It's just we make music, and you do TV and
It's okay, much music, close to MTV.
music, you know, and other people dig ditches, but we're all the same.
Right. It's a good attitude. What
I
about
have a lot
you?
of kids.
You have a lot of kids. That keeps you grounded for sure.
It does.
I also have a wife and a kid to keep me grounded, and a motorcycle race team.
Oh.
I race on a team, and all the guys on the team could care less about King's X, so it keeps me happening, doing other things, you know, outside of this.
So it's a job that you love,
Yes.
but it's a job. Okay, there's another thing too, is that after your third album, I believe Rolling Stone wrote an article about you, and they really made a big deal about the fact that you're Christian. How does your religion affect your music, and if it does at all? How do the two relate?
Actually, it's just a part of everything else that's King's X and is who we are.
Right.
A lot of people seem to hone into that, but it's just a part of us. You know, I personally feel that some of the media has sort of given the world a bad representation of us because of that, you know.
Okay.
But we're just normal people who like rock and roll and eat and drink and whatever. You know.
We're just trying to write music about our lives, whatever it may be, whether it's taking the garbage out or a deep spiritual feeling.
So this one we're going to see Dogman. We've got 10 seconds. Oh no, too bad. Why don't we check out the video first, and we're going to bring you guys back, and then you're going to tell me if you like what the video was about, okay? Okay, this is Dogman, King's X on the Power 30. Oh, sorry. Hey, so as promised now, Ty's actually going to tell us what Dogman by King's X was about.
Well, it as I was saying earlier, it took me about a year to just now realize what the song really is, but all it is sort of an abstract painting of feelings, just spontaneous feelings that I was just jotting down on a page, whether it was anger or whatever, and to make up one big picture of what a man is, and that is a person who has some dog in him, I guess, or, you know, everybody's got a whole lot of different sides, and I think the song is sort of projecting a lot of those different sides.
Well, I think that says it all, and also the intensity of the song adds to it. So thank you very much, guys, for dropping by.
Thank you.
We can check out King's X tonight in Toronto at RPM. You go on at 10:30, and you do a long show. Pretty long? Okay, so, and leaving you with some Danzig, because Danzig, Suicidal Tendencies, and Metallica is going to be coming to Toronto on June 4th. James Hetfield says he's been sitting around all winter getting restless, bored, and fat. So he's got to get out on the road. Vancouver and Quebec dates to be announced pretty soon, we hope. Once again, June 4, Molson Park, Barrie. That's going to be a big party. Okay, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
We're going to leave with Danzig, her Black Wings on the Power 30.
Like a